So hi guys, this is Shadow Girl Sherry, and I want to welcome you to or back to my channel, Sunset Songs. We're here. It's all about my personal journey with the law of attraction. The law of attraction being the idea that like attracts like. I'm kind of showing you the things that I have laid out in the video. And here in just a little bit, I will explain why I have these things laid out in my video. Okay, guys, but first off, I'm going to tell you what the law of attraction is about. And the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to focus in on this necklace right here. This is a rose quartz. If you are thinking with love and light, positivity, that type of thing, hanging out with positive people, doing positive things, speaking the positive affirmations, this, that, and the third, then through the law of attraction, it's said that you would be attracting the same to such back into your life. That would be love and light, the good things. On the other hand, if you are not thinking good thoughts, you're doing negative things, hanging out with negative people, that type of thing, then through the law of attraction, you would be attracting the same to such, and that would be the negative. Okay, guys, so if you have watched any of my previous videos, you know that I am Shadow Girl Sherry. I have a tendency, since I have named myself Shadow Girl Sherry, instead of showing up personally myself, even though this is my personal journey, I lay out my personal belongings. Things that I have laying around in my house, things that I may have in my pocketbook. Guys, I hope that you know what this is. If you're looking at this right now, this is something that I had in my pocketbook, and it corresponds with the video that I'm about to bring to you guys right now. Okay, guys, today is Monday, April the 1st, 2024. With that being said, I don't know if everybody, if it's still a popular thing, whatever, but today is April Fool's Day. With that being said, there's a reason why I have all these different personal items of my own. I actually even have a pair of my mother's earrings out. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and share with you. If you've watched any of my other videos, you probably already know that one of the ways, when it comes to spirituality, the law of attraction, a spiritual journey, whatever, which this is my personal journey where I'm trying to take you along on the journey and we see this thing out together. Guys, there are things that draw us into spirituality, or you know what I mean. One of the main thing that drew me into trying to live more of an abundant life, or live a more purpose-filled life, to figure out the things that I want out of life, whatever, to think about the positive, I'll say, as well, was the death of my mother. So in this video, I'm going to explain to you why I have a pair of her earrings out. And you see all the other items that I have out as well. Okay, and again, I have said that today is Monday, April the 1st, 2024. That makes it April Fool's Day. This is all about an April Fool's joke or prank that I've wanted to I thought of a couple of years ago. Again, these are all my personal items. I think I've already said it. I don't show up in my videos, at least at this point. I lay out personal things from my pocketbook, whatever. With the idea of today being April the 1st, the reason why I have all these things laid out is because it has to do with a prank that I came up with a couple years ago. Now, I'm going to share with you how I came up with the idea, really. Guys, I was watching a Lifetime movie. And you know, Lifetime movies, if you've watched them, they're crazy. If you could leave in the comments, if you like Lifetime, if you've if you can think of a Lifetime movie that you really enjoyed, that you got mixed up into watching, when you should have been doing something else. If you can think of the name of it, or even if you want to come up with a name for a funny, like for a name, a movie that would go along with Lifetime, then I hope that you will choose to go ahead and leave that in the comments, guys. So guys, I was watching a Lifetime movie when I came up with this idea for April Fools. If you look at all the items that I have laid out, which this is eyeliner, whatever, you would find that in a woman's pocketbook, whatever. You see a baby. I'm going to let you read the shirt. This is a shirt that I bought after I came up with the idea a couple years ago. I never pulled it off. It says, I like to think wine misses me too. And I've got a wine glass out. I have an egg. Yesterday was Easter, and the spiritual, if you may not already know the spiritual significance of an egg. I'll go ahead and say that as well. The reason why I put the egg in the video is because yesterday was Easter, but also because of the fact that the spiritual significance of an egg is the idea that eggs stand for new life. There's new possibilities. There's new beginnings. New life is encapsulated or protected in an egg. That would be like an animal, like a bird. Lots of things come from eggs. In the same way as well, you see I have a tampon laid out. I've made videos about the significance of your period, whatever. And here I'm talking about Lifetime. That's television for women. If you're of a certain age and you miss your period, then most likely you know what might be up. You might be pregnant. Guys, I've already said in other videos that I've never been a mother. I don't regret that at this point. I do not regret the fact that I didn't have children. But let me keep going with this. I am a Gemini, guys. That makes me a little bit talkative. I have a tendency to sometimes get off the subject, so I'm trying to stay on the subject with this video. Guys, I have all these things laid out that have to do with pregnancy. And again, I've never had children. So what I wanted to do for April Fools this year was to actually pretend that I'm pregnant and see how many people actually believe it. You might be able to tell by my hands that I'm not the youngest. I'm not old, but I'm not the youngest. So the biological clock is definitely ticking. But I'll share a couple other little things too. I have a pink Easter egg that stands for the fact that if I did have a child, I always, when I was a young girl, I imagined myself growing up and having a daughter. I know things are much different now. You don't have, pink doesn't mean a girl anymore, if you know what I mean, and that's fine, whatever. But I always imagined having a daughter. I always imagined having a daughter. So I put the pink egg out. And of course, eggs, I think I've already said it, eggs. Of course, you have to have a sperm and an egg to come up with a human, baby. And this is an earring, one of my personal belongings. But guys, the April Fool's joke prank that I wanted to play again. This is a shirt that I got a couple years ago. I always wanted to know what it felt like to be pregnant. What did it feel like? What's it feel like to be pregnant? What does it, being a woman, naturally, what it feels like to be pregnant. Never had it happen. So I'm watching a Lifetime movie, a couple years back, and this is how I came up with the idea to play this prank, for April Fools, that I haven't really had a chance to pull off yet. I was watching a Lifetime movie, where in the movie there was a lady, I don't know if her biological clock was ticking and guys, this actually is another little thing that has to deal with the idea that if I had children, you can't pick really, if you know what I mean, but for me, I would have wanted to have a little girl, and that's something that you would put in a special time between my mother and I was always when she would do my hair. For Sunday for church or for school, whatever. That was a special time between my mom and I. So I've got these little, hair barrettes. Growing up, I always imagined myself having a daughter and being an African-American girl, woman now. I imagine being able to put beads in her hair, that type of thing. But it never, it never happened. But I'm watching this Lifetime movie, and again, I don't know if I don't remember the whole plot of the movie, but for whatever reason, this woman wanted, um, she faked her pregnancy. And doesn't that sound like Lifetime? This lady faked her pregnancy. I don't remember if her biological clock was running out or if, let's think about Lifetime here. I don't know if maybe in this movie she was trying to hold on to a husband or her husband wanted her um, to have a child, to have a child. I don't know. I don't know what the idea was, why she was faking her pregnancy. But in the movie, I don't know if she looked up. There are websites where I, the movie, I can't remember every little thing, but there was this whole plot to it, like which the lengths she went to put on and pretend and keep up the idea of her being pregnant when she wasn't. I think it was more elaborate than this idea here that I've got. I went out and I got an outfit or a maternity shirt that I would have loved the idea of wearing had I ever been pregnant. I like to think wine misses me too. This is a wine glass. I thought that was cute. It's got the little feet on it, standing for eating for two. I like wine, whatever. So I just thought this would have been a maternity shirt that I would have wanted to pick out. But I think it was a little bit more elaborate than the idea that I have laid out here. This is a ball, guys. This is a ball that I got. And you know what the prank would have been. I would have taken this ball, and put it under the shirt and then, see if I could trick anybody to think that I'm pregnant. Anybody I hadn't seen in a while, anybody at the grocery store. I will share another idea. There was a lady at one point, if you know what the little, I think they're the for real babies, or what it is, they're dolls that actually look like they're a real baby. You can get them where the skin looks so real, like the skin looks so real. The hair looks real. It looks like a real newborn baby. Tears, you can get them with tears. You can get them with the heartbeat now if you get really into it. Whole other stories, my channel is about my personal journey, so I have so many different stories to tell. But this particular woman was walking one day, and this is real life. I'd gone to the store one day, and ladies walking by, she has a crib. And I just wanted to kind of looked over, and I really thought that it was a real baby. And the woman comes out, and she had to tell me that it was one of the for real or whatever the newborn babies that just looks real. It wasn't a real baby. Guys, I thought this lady had a real baby in the little carriage or whatever. But it wasn't the real thing. And she told me that was her way in selling the babies, because she actually makes them. And I told her, I said, wow, that's a neat way in doing it, because it really looked like a real baby. If I were that, it's something that I would love to do. I would love to make those babies since I'm not a mother. And that might sound a little creepy. I hope not to you, but that would be something that I would think would be it would be a nice pastime. But anyhow, so guys, this is what I wanted to do for April Fool's, the whole baby trick, to actually have to pretend like I'm pregnant, and to have had a little baby in the crib and go around and see how many people would fall for it. That would have been a little April Fool's Day prank I would have liked to play. But guys, I just wanted to take some time and share my April Fool's prank, what I wanted to do. And I actually have somebody that I really wanted to play the trick on, but it just so happened we were going to meet up tonight. It did not work out that way, so I'm not going to be able to pull the trick again. It's funny because at Halloween, I wanted to dress up. I wanted to dress up for Halloween. and me and this person were going to get together. There was this crazy situation. We've been wanting to hang out and dress up for Halloween for a couple of years. Crazy situation came along to where it didn't work out. But guys, that's where you guys come in. You guys always make me feel so special. It doesn't matter when you're working with spirituality, when you work with the full moon, the new moon, you don't have to wait on a holiday. And even for my channel, you always have a full moon, you have a new moon, you always have something that you can work with. And guys, that's another thing about you all, having my channel. No matter what goes on, if I'm not talking to, I don't have like someone that I'm talking to, whatever, and I'm feeling some type of way, that's where you guys come in. I can always come out and reach out to you guys. And I want to share that, it was during the pandemic that I came up with the whole idea for my channel anyway. And guys, when you choose to click and subscribe, share my videos, whatever, you don't know how wonderful it makes me feel, to think that I'm possibly building some type of a community or something where we are all trying to be positive and work together, to make our lives better. And by making your own life better, by making yourself happy, I feel that you, through the law of attraction and through, loving your own life, you are putting more love out into the universe. But guys, I hope that you like this whole setup that I came up with. I think I've shared some kind of personal things here about how my personal journey with the law of attraction really, really got started. I think it started years and years ago. I've always had, an interest with tarot cards and different things like that. And I've always had an interest in that. When I was growing up, I did say Lifetime. I mentioned Lifetime. Back in my day, I don't want to give away age and whatnot. The clock is ticking. The soap operas were big at one point. If I watched a soap opera, I was the one who liked, if there was a psychic or there were tarot cards or whatever on shows, movies, I was always drawn to that. But guys, another thing that I want to share with you in this video, this April Fool's video, guys, thank you so much for spending April Fool's Day with me. And, allowing me to share this little bit of a prank with you. I hope you'll leave in the comments if you pranked someone today. Did they fall for it? Did you fool anybody? Did anybody fool you? What was the prank you pulled? Guys, and one more thing that I'm going to go ahead and share with you. This is all about my personal journey where, guys, I get to share the way I really feel, things that I don't always tell everyone. Another thing about my channel, it's kind of like a journey, and it's like kind of opening the pages of my journal or diary up. Now I guess I would call it more of a diary, or more of a journal than a diary. I used to keep diaries and things like that, but now it's more so I'll say it's a journal. When you watch my channel, you tune in, it's kind of like me opening the pages of my journal and kind of sharing the things that I would share in my journal with you all. Guys, I appreciate when you watch my videos, whatever. But I'm going to go ahead and share with you, when growing up, being a woman and being, back then a teenage girl, whatever. One of the things that me and my friends would do was, to come up with, baby names, that type of thing. And we would write it in our notebooks. You had this thing of, if you had, who would the daddy be? That was a big thing with us. So I'm going to go ahead and share with you another thing. I never had the chance, being the fact that I've never had a baby, of course, I never got the chance to name a child. Never got a chance to name a child, never had had the energy of another life grow in me, whatever. But I'm going to go ahead and share a name that I came up with that I think is a beautiful name, for a girl. And the name is right here. I've gotten it written out in a different way, the way I have a tendency to do it. I think that Summer Rain is a beautiful name. I think Summer Rain is a beautiful name. The way that I came up with that name is it was actually a girl at a store. Um, Her name tag said it, and I just had to tell her how beautiful that the name Summer Rain is. And the one thing about the another thing that I love about my channel is that I actually got to name something. I named my channel Sunset Songs. That's a whole other story, whatever. But guys, Sunset Songs, Summer Rain, um, that's a beautiful name. Um, Another thing, guys, if you could leave in the comments if you are pregnant right now. I know this is a time where it's a time of fertility because we just got into spring. We just walked into the energy of spring. They, there was a time where, in the winter, you get warm with your mate, whatever. My grandmother used to say it. The big thing was, if when summer and spring and things like that would come, there she would say, well, the big thing was, wow, it was a cold winter because all the babies that were coming about. So right now there's all the bunnies and different things like that with Easter. There's a lot of pregnant new energy and new life coming about. So if you are, another thing we used to call it was preggers. Your friend was preggers. What you wanted to see your friend, what they look like. You want to see what she looks like when she's pregnant. That pregnancy glow, the glow that comes in a woman's skin, the way she changes. It's a beautiful thing. And to me, guys, maybe I've been a little bit tongue-tied, whatever. But that is a beautiful name. And I told the girl that had the name Summer Rain, I'm just like, wow, how did your parents come up with it? And I forget I think she said, of course, she was born in the summer, whatever. But I told her, I said, wow, your parents to come up with a name that beautiful, they must have really been in love. To me, that's a beautiful name. One more thing that's very, very personal that I'll share. There is a reason why I picked this ball. This color of a ball. I hope that this isn't going to offend anybody, whatever. But again, I do share personal stuff on my channel. The reason why I picked a black and white ball really is because in my family there is a lot of, I'll say, interracial romance. I have, of course, liked, dated, whatever. I'm African American, black men, whatever. But for some reason, growing up, I always imagined that my husband, whatever, and this is just being real. I have a little African American baby here, and I am African American. But I always imagined, and this is only being real, I share this on my channel. I always imagined that my husband would be Caucasian. So that's why I got the black and white ball. So guys, I hope that you have enjoyed spending this April Fool's Day with me. I've shared some things that I feels kind of heartfelt, whatever. And yeah, guys, this is Shadow Girl Sherry signing out. Thank you so much for watching and spending this April Fool's Day watching this video. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.